Okay, I just want to make sure everybody understands why the Republicans, basically the establishment, conservatives, don't want something like universal health care. And it's because when they admit to one thing, they admit to all things. So if you admit to a universal concept, and they've already admitted to the universal concept. Every time a fire engine leaves the, fire department to go put out a fire, or a cop runs to a situation that's, a mass shooting or whatever, they've already admitted that when people are in need, that's not something that they should have to, get out their wallet for. You don't, a cop doesn't come up to a victim of a beating and say, let me see how much you got in your wallet before I, ask you any questions. I mean, that's because these are universal concepts that we accept as, when you know it when you see it. So, the reason that they're so adamant about accepting any kind of new additions to those, like the ones I just mentioned, is because if they get started down that road, they think they're going to get stuck with, providing everything that a person needs. Because a person needs, an ambulance. A person needs, a person needs what they need, right? So that's why they're so adamant. And while my friends out there, the Humanist Report, Kyle, everybody out there who's talking about this, they never seem to get around to saying, well, yeah, that's why the Republicans are so adamant.
And I'll do anything I have to for him.
Yeah, so she lives on $30 a month for what is presumably her grocery budget because she wants to make sure that she has enough money to care for her husband with Alzheimer's. This isn't a video of a third world country. This is happening in America. These are American citizens. For people to have to choose between eating and healthcare for a member of their family, it's a decision that we shouldn't have to make in the richest country in the world, and I just find it indefensible. And, a lot of her story really resonated with me because, as I stated, it hits close to home. I mean, what she did was she would go through dumpsters and work with, grocery stores to get expired food items and then not even take all of them for herself. She would donate them to the local food bank. I mean, what a commendable, good human being.
So yeah, I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. And, this goes along with my previous segment that I had on how bad things happen when people are desperate. That bus going off the bridge in China, people just on edge and desperate. How many people suffer? And it's because a few people won't let us run our own system. We have the power. It's democracy, and it's ours. It belongs to us, not them. They've blocked us. I mean, isn't this awful that they've blocked us like this? How do they even manage to do it? How do a few hundred people command a few thousand people who command, you know, how many ever the rest of their little army is that they pay off? These people aren't even ideologically motivated. They're just motivated by money. You know, they're motivated. So, you know, the central theme here is that you've got people who are motivated by ideology to take care of all people, and certainly that extends to all human beings, except for that we're not there yet. We're at a national level where every nation cares about its own human beings, and that's going to a certain extent last for a while. But within that context, you know, you've got another group of people, a small group of people who only care about themselves, and they pay everybody else to care about them. And they create a system where you can't get food or health care or anything unless you support this small group of people who only think about themselves. Well, to all those people out there, all those millions of people who support the ultra-rich and the rich, don't you think that your self-interest really lies in a system that would provide you, along with everybody else, the security that you're seeking? I mean, you're selling off everybody else's security in order to get a little bit of security for you, but I mean, God, it seems so stupid. All you're doing is you're throwing everybody else under the bus. I mean, that's awful. That there's, you know, a small group of people paying off a larger group of people to produce what we have now, which is not fair.